Welcome to Babblecom 5. Hello, it's me on camera, unusually. I'm just about to start doing my synopses of Season 4 of Babylon 5, and I thought I'd just intro this season a little bit for you, because it came at an odd time for the series, and as a result, you may find that you feel it was a bit rushed. Now, I'm not going to go into detail about what happens because that would be spoilers, and as you know, I try and avoid spoilers until I get to the actual episode itself. So, basically, the show got bounced around a little bit in terms of who was running it and owning it over the course of its original run. And there was a distinct question mark over whether or not it would actually get a fifth year. The result of that difficulty was that J. Michael Straczynski, JMS, the great maker, had to take a view as to what he was going to do with the fourth season. And there was that much doubt about how it was going to pan out that he filmed the final episode of the series as a whole during the fourth season. And he also felt that he needed to compact the fifth season, what would have been the fifth season, into the fourth season. So as a result, the fourth season is incredibly busy. And you'll get the sense, I think, that it comes in two distinct parts, which it kind of does. Obviously they blend together because it is still an entire story. But really, the second half of season 4 ought to have taken place in season 5, I think it's fair to say, and then we would have got maybe a little bit of season 5 at the end of season 5. But as it is, season 5 deals with more things in more length than it probably would have done otherwise. So they did really well to keep the show up and running for the 5 years. So they could tell the 5-year story as they intended to. But when push comes to shove, season 4 is incredibly story dense because that was just what they had to do. They had no other choice. So, this is strangely, this is the season 3 DVD box set. Okay, and I've always really liked these box sets because they have nice little leaflets in the front cover here, and then as you can see, there's the gratuitous amount of plastic holding each of the discs, which is great. This season 4, however, is odd because if you look at the spine, you can immediately see that the 5's a lot bigger. It doesn't stack up very well on the shelf at all. Now, I don't know if I got some random reissue. I don't remember getting it at a particularly different time. But also, what's this? Look, they just fall out. So I've got some countless individual discs of Babylon 5 as part of this. And the season is called No Surrender, No Retreat. That's not really a spoiler, that just is. And so it's I don't know why they suddenly changed the format of the box, and I think it reverts for season 5 in the series that I've got. But as I say, I have no idea why this would be. So I'm going to crack on as I have been doing with my individual episode synopses. There is actually a booklet in here. Look, I found a booklet. There's a booklet floating around in the middle of it all. Great. And the other thing I should mention as well about this season, which is unusual as compared to the others thus far, is that this is the season in which TNT, who took over the series at this point, started to do TV movies. And the first TV movie comes chronologically in the middle of this season. So what I will probably try and do is slot it in, or some sort of review of it in the right place when I get there in the course of this season, if I remember to. I might, you never know. And then there's another movie after that, which comes at the end of this season. And then there's another movie, which is an interesting one chronologically because it's framed at a much later date in the series, but it refers back to events much earlier. but also refers to events that we've seen in a flash forward at another point in time in the series. So it's quite a complex one to explain without spoiling anything vastly. So I will slot that in at a time that feels logical, just to complete the entire suite. Now, obviously, at the time of speaking, I'm nowhere near finishing season 5 if I carry on at the rate I normally go, but I should get it done this year. After that, I could do Crusade, I could do the Lost Tales. As I say, I'll try and cover the movies because I think they're part of the fundamental flow of the series, but I might need a little bit of a break at some point because it does take quite a while for me to do it as I'm doing it, because I'm not just watching them, I watch each episode, and as I'm going through it I do screen captures so that I can do a slideshow so I don't get copyright clobbered, and I also type my notes, my synopsis, and then my thoughts afterwards. It's quite a long-winded process, and there are others out there like Medusa who are doing more if you like, dynamic reaction videos, but because I'm trying to keep my channel fairly copyright friendly, I'm trying to do it in a slightly novel way, I suppose. It's probably not as exciting to watch, so I apologise if that's the case for you. I don't think you really want to see this more than you absolutely have to, so I try and just stick to my disembodied voice routine because it's easier and I can just record as I go, and that's just about how I work, generally speaking. So I hope that gives you a bit of insight into the season that's coming. It is a really strong season, and I think it probably does represent kind of peak Babylon 5. That being said, I don't know what this new show is going to be like just yet. Of course, none of us do, but JMS seems to be satisfied with his pilot script, which I believe is now completed. So it does seem to be moving ahead at the time of recording this, and we'll just have to see how that pans out and see if it's familiar to those of us like myself who are around for the first series of the first run through the Babylon 5 story, and we'll see where he takes it next time, all being well. So I really need to crack on with this now because it's quite late, as it often is, and I need to get you into season 4 on time, preferably, because I'm quite proud of myself. I don't think I've missed a week yet. So yeah, I'm going to crack on. So I'll see you when I see you. Cheers for now.